Namaskar. In my last video, we have discussed about childhood of Lord Krishna. In this video, we will discuss about Lord Krishna's Gita. All over world, everybody is nowadays following our ancient scripture, that is Bhagavad Gita, as a manual to lead a good and a peaceful life. So today this video is very important for every human being, those who are walking in the path of spiritualism, and they are trying to attain the knowledge and wisdom with the help of Bhagavad Gita. So this video we will try to understand that when the internet is flooded with so many scriptures, videos giving us so much of knowledge about Bhagavad Gita, but at what perception level, at what level of understanding we are going to understand this ancient scripture is also very important for all of us. So today we will discuss with a little different perception of understanding Bhagavad Gita. As we know, when Lord Krishna narrated Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, Arjuna was in 5 states. First state was, he was in a very confused state. So when somebody is in a confused state, that person cannot have ego. The person is dimensionless, directionless. That person doesn't know what to do. That person is accepting that I am ignorant. Ignorance is already there within me. I am accepting it. I am confused. So Arjun came up with so many introspective questions. So if we want to learn the art of asking questions, then who can be better example than Arjuna? Yes, every child in his or her childhood, they have n number of questions they keep on asking to everyone, whoever comes and stumble in their life. So this is an art of a child. So when you are a spiritual seeker, so the 2 things we are understanding here, that we should be like a child, full of ignorance, we don't know anything, and we are in a very confused state. There is no ego, and we have developed an art of asking questions. So if I take a line from minus infinity to plus infinity, then all these states, confused states, there is no ego within me, or there is no, I don't know what to do. So this position will come somewhere at the point, can we say 0? Yes. So when we are at a point somewhere in a state of 0, that is at the equilibrium state, that is the point where our soul gets a chance to get connected to the Supreme Soul with an intention to seek the knowledge and wisdom from the Supreme Soul. So that is the minimum eligibility criteria. If we are reading Bhagavad Gita or we are attending satsang, then we should have the first eligibility criteria, that we should have a habit of asking very introspective questions within our mind, so that we can get clarified with our questions. The second thing, when the Bhagavad Gita was being conveyed by Lord Krishna, at that time 4 persons were involved in this full event. Lord Krishna, the Supreme Soul, who was conveying it to Arjuna. And Arjuna was having physical eyes, but it was having some kind of veil. He couldn't see what was happening around. He was confused. This eyes was bringing him all different kind of attachments. He is my uncle, he is being my relative. So this I was bringing all kind of knowledge to his brain that was confusing him, that I am not able to take the decision. The dharma principle of a warrior or a kshatriya was to fight or to protect the body or the human beings around in the vicinity where the kshatriya is living. But Arjuna was confused. So we saw 4 people were involved in the full narration of the Bhagavad Gita. So the first we take it as Arjuna. He was having physical eyes, but he was like the eyes was confusing him. Second was Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra was able to understand whatever was happening in Mahabharata through his, we can say, from a person known as Sanjaya. So Sanjaya was having Divya Chakshu. Divya Chakshu, which was being given as a boon by Rishi Vedvyas. So here Dhritarashtra was born blind. His physical eyes were not there. He couldn't see anything. So Sanjaya was being blessed by Vedvyas Rishi with Divya Chakshu. So with the help of Divya Chakshu, Sanjaya was able to convey the Bhagavad Gita to Dhritarashtra. And Rishi Vedvyas himself, he was having Divya Drishti, and that's why he was able to see everything, and then he wrote Bhagavad Gita. So here we got 4 examples. One example is, if we are not having eyes, then also we have an opportunity to listen to Bhagavad Gita. And if somebody is having Divya Chakshu like Sanjaya, can also eligible to tell us about Bhagavad Gita. And if somebody is having Divya Drishti like Rishi Vedvyas, then he is eligible to write the Bhagavad Gita. And like Arjuna, his eyes are under a veil, and that's why he could hear Bhagavad Gita. So here, can we say that this eye is the point of illusion for us? Or we can say these eyes are the point of the Maya, where this body get entangled with the word known as Maya? Yes. So let's go with another example. As we know, we have 5 sense organs. Ear has 2 properties. It can hear, and at the same time it brings balance to the brain. If I take up the nose, it has 2 qualities. I can breathe through the nose, and I can smell very nicely with the nose. Similarly with mouth, I can eat very good food with my mouth, and at the same time I have a very good speech through this mouth. And similarly for my skin, through my skin I can do 2 things, that is, I can feel and I can touch. So through the touch, it is my physical body activity. So whatever the second option I told regarding my sense organs, they are all related to my brain. Like I can say equilibrium of the mind, or I can say the smell of the nose, or I can say the speech of the mouth, and I can say like the feel of my skin. That is why whenever we try to hear some good sound or good music, absolutely what we do is, such a beautiful music it is. Such a beautiful smell it is. Such a beautiful taste it is. If I am touching something, if I want to feel it, such a beautiful feeling it is. So all these things, whenever I want to grip it, something inside, I am closing my eyes in order to feel it, something from inside. There is someone somewhere inside which is also taking some kind of satisfaction from outside through these sense organs, and at that time, if I close my eyes, then the right information, knowledge and wisdom will enter to my mind, to my intellect with 100% dharma. So, it is a very good practice to remain like whenever we are reading a spiritual or we are attending any talk, at that time, if we try to understand everything with man ki aankh, like even our mind has some kind of vision, not eyes but vision. Let me take one more example. Like researchers have find it out that when somebody is crying or somebody is laughing, generally our tears roll down our cheeks. So when they have experimented it, they have seen the chemical composition of our tears when we are happy and when we are sad are different. They are not same. So this one thing which is given to us by the Almighty and supported by Mother Nature is the point where illusion enters to our body and our mind. That's why Mother Nature, she is a mother, so that's why she has given only a lifespan of this eyes. That is why human beings have a life where these eyes are completely into action right from the age of around 8 to 10 years to 40 to 45 years. Generally after 40 to 45 years, we generally develop a blurred vision. That's why it is always a general practice to think always from man ki aankh, and then if we are going somewhere and we activate the other 4 sense organs to receive the data to the brain, believe me, our level of understanding to the same text, same speech or the same knowledge will be different, and we will be more satisfied from within. So in Bhagavad Gita, we have seen so many shlokas are there, out of which there is one shloka where Dhritarashtra is asking Sanjaya that how this planet Earth looks like from universe. This is a very beautiful question. So Sanjaya knows that Dhritarashtra is blind through his eyes, but he knows the different texture, the different patterns, symbols of plants and animals, pet animals, because when somebody is blind through eyes, the other sense organs are very active and very high. That's why he narrated it in such a way that he took the example of 2 people leaves and 1 rabbit. And then, as we know, in my last video we have discussed that because our eyes are convex lens, that's why whatever image we see, because it is a convex lens, the image is actually in an inverted position at the back side of our retina. and then the brain has the power to show us the things in an upright manner. So Sanjaya was having that knowledge. So that's why when he gave the knowledge to Dhritarashtra, he gave it in such a form. So when you reverse it, you will see it is our planet Earth. So our ancient India, they had all knowledge about every scientific things happening within this body, and we should stop calling it as a myth or a mythology, because today everywhere people are understanding, reading, going to satsang for to bring some peace to their life through Bhagavad Gita. So we should first understand, when we are going to satsang, when we are hearing it, when we are understanding Bhagavad Gita, we should understand with the man ki aankh, because these eyes might take you in some level of illusion, but when it is you have taken the help of the other four sense organ and you have made your eyes close and then you open your man ki aankh, believe me, the understanding of Bhagavad Gita will bring more clarity of understanding. It will be just like one petals opening when a lotus flower blossoms. We can experiment it. You can write me back in the comment section, and then we will see how beautifully this ancient scriptures can bring so much of peace, knowledge and wisdom within us, that we will understand that how our ancient India people used to live. Not only had a very long life, but also they had so much of knowledge, intelligence, and they always tried to abide by the dharma. I will take one small example. Suppose there are so many deodarus trees are there in Himalayas, near Himalayas. So when you bring, suppose you are bringing one small plant even from there to the vicinity of where you are living, maybe some thousand kilometers of that place, that plant will grow, no problem. But you cannot bring the same smell of deodaru in that plant. That's why there is always a saying nowadays, when you bring something from the market, your elders will say, this thing might look beautiful to your eyes, but this thing does not have a good smell. This thing is not good. It is not having a good feeling. It is not having a good touch. It is not good. So that is why somebody might cheat us through if we are seeing something with our eyes. But when we are trying to see with our man ki aankh, then only we will see that we are growing in our intelligence. So that's why it is my kind request that whenever we are studying this gem, this ancient scripture, Bhagavad Gita, we should hear it with all the four sense organs open and with the fifth sense, physical sense organ, eyes closed and man ki aankh open. Jai Bharat.